Was that like her breaking through like that, like the other times of her kind of like playing the game, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That kind of felt real.
Well, you could also think, who is she with? Where is she?
Yeah, at home, like with presumably somebody who like her, who has known her a while. I'm filling in the blanks there, but like there's no reason to play a game in that instance, you know?
But if you're playing a game so much every day, are you also playing a game with yourself?
Maybe.
So thoughts?
I loved it. I can't believe how much like design, time, and like animation and music go into like each like bit or each like joke or each instance, and I love it all the more for that. The music especially is like really like hyping me up. I'm really enjoying that. Chica is amazing and very sweet. At one point I was like, is Chica actually smarter than the both of them? And she is like playing, like they're playing 5D chess while she's playing 10D and is trying to actually end up setting them up together. That crossed my mind. But okay, so we have Kaguya, who's the vice president, Miyuki, which is the guy, and then Chica, right? Mm-hmm. Those are the main characters, and Mr. Weed.
Can't forget Mr. Weed, yeah.
We heard about Hayasaki.
Mm-hmm. But you have not met Hayasaki.
Was he the one who wrote the love letter?
That is who the letter was from.
Okay.
Or written by.
I'm going to assume he's the guy to the left of Kaguya in like that visual we got of like four of them.
You asked who the guy was in the visual.
Yeah. That being said, the character design's phenomenal in this show. Like, you really make them stand out for wearing ordinary clothes, you know, and like being somewhat ordinary looking. They look completely unique at the same time. It's really funny. It's like the basis of the show is really interesting because I definitely think there is a type of relationship that isn't how they are fighting and describing, but a lot of relationships, especially I'm assuming they're in high school, like at that time, I feel like could be thought of that way. So it's a really interesting like premise or dynamic, but them being so intelligent and being able to think like 1,000 words per second, you know, in like anime time is really entertaining. It's like Shikamaru type shit, you know?
And then chaos theories can be thrown in.
Yeah, like it's like which is exactly why it isn't a game of chess, right? Like it's like
I think it's probably very hard to have chaos in chess.
It's like chess with a randomizer. Like you're like in the middle of your game, you like have thought out 100 moves ahead, and then like Chica comes in and starts dancing in the middle of the board, and then everything swaps.
Yeah,
like,
basically. That's especially how this episode went down.
Yeah, I really, really like the animation of the show too. It's subtle somewhat, but it has a lot of like character and love.
What do you think about there being a narrator?
I loved it. It's like I think it's necessary for the type of story that they're telling. It definitely adds to it. I've seen anime or TV shows that have a narration that definitely could take away from it. A lot of people argue that in the Chimera Ant of Hunter x Hunter, the narration over it takes away from the intensity or whatever. In this, it's like exposition as well as like getting like a look behind the curtain kind of thing. I don't know. It's I enjoy it. Why do you ask? Is that like...
No, I was just wondering what you thought of that, because it's kind of unusual to have such narration.
Yeah.
Especially in this genre.
Both of them definitely like each other. Like, right? Like, at least somewhat, even if it's behind, like, walls of facade or walls of, like...
They want so badly for the other person to confess. And they believe the other person likes them.
And, like, the whole idea of, like, oh, there's a winner or a loser kind of thing, like, from it, I think is definitely just, like, defense mechanisms. But, like, at the end of the day, I don't think either of them would care after somebody lost or won. I think that dynamic of, like, one being lower or lesser or more submissive would probably disappear once they were in a relationship. If they were, like, healthy about it. It, like, right when we started the show, Miyuki... I thought he was like his character design to me looked like tired. Like, he intentionally tired looking in the eyes because he studies and everything so much. So he comes from like a average class family, right?
Yes, he's not the same social or financial standing that Kaguya is on at all.
Yeah. Kaguya has everything.
Yes.
She has like servants, she has chefs. I wonder what her home life is like if it ever gets that deep. Because like there's the cliche or like thing in storytelling where a family's very, very wealthy that they don't have a lot of time for like love and like intimate relationships, and that could potentially be why she's defensive. I don't know.
Did you have a favorite battle in this episode? I think there were 3 battles.
There was the chess.
There was 2 battles, I guess.
Chess, the food, right? Chess and the food. Oh, chess. I mean, sorry. Chess. The movie tickets.
Movie tickets.
I like different aspects of both because the movie tickets was really entertaining since Kaguya was the one who set it up, like through Chika. But the food one.
Oh, Love Letter. That was also the other one. That's the other one.
Yeah. I like the love letter one actually a lot because there was that like crazy dynamic moment of when Miyuki kind of like
Almost.
potentially confessed, like hypothetically confessed.
He took major damage right before that.
Yeah. So that was good. I did like the love letter because of Mr. Weed too. I hope they call Hayasaki Mr. Weed once we meet him. But I don't know. I really like, I think that this show would not be as entertaining if Chico was in it.
Was not
in it, yeah.
Yeah. I think they do a great job with like how kind of action movie, spy movie, like there's definite vibes that make it more entertaining.
It gives me like a high school feeling, like everything is the end of the world in this, like to a person and like emotionally in high school kind of thing,
and their pride, any blow to their pride would be the end of the world.
And it's like it like literally is comparable to the end of the world, and I love
high
that.
Stakes romance.
Yeah. After thinking about it, I think I like the food battle the best. I think it was tied, but then when Chika opened her lunch and it was made by Miyuki, I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen.
Imagine the blows to Kaguya that if she had said she was interested in eating his lunch the day before, he would have probably taken that as an opportunity to make her the lunch as well as Chika, and then she could have had a lunch made by him. So many blows to her.
It's so interesting because it makes so much sense why Kaguya would feel that it's a sense of like intimacy of Miyuka doing that to Chika. Yeah, because of both the president and her seeing a couple doing a very similar thing. So it makes sense in that instance. So then I'm like, I thought for a second Miyuki was gonna like consider like, oh, is that what she's thinking kind of thing?
It's funny because they're so smart.
Yeah.
But with thinking of all the possibilities so much, you also have misunderstanding or misreading how the other person is acting. There was a lot of misreading by him.
You wonder if it's intentional ignorance almost, you know?
Or are they so smart that they're dumb?
Very true. They're overthinking everything, you know?
I think it's compelling. I love it.
It is compelling.
Poor Chica, though. She didn't do anything wrong in this episode.
But she ended. It was like, it wasn't a net gain or a net loss. Like she started out where she ended where she started out at the beginning of the episode. You know, like sure, she was a parasite for a little bit in Kaguya's eyes. Just a little bit. But
or if
she
something
gained it
horrible
back.
happened to her the next day, Kaguya would not lift a finger.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I love the visuals for everything though. That's what really sells it. Like,
it's what makes it more entertaining, I think.
Yeah.
More creative.
There's 2 seasons of this. I wonder how
the third season is coming out in the next month or so.
Like everything we saw, a lot of this episode took place inside of this office, you know?
Yeah. When they first showed it, I called it basically like, it's a battlefield.
Yeah. I wonder if it's going to leave the office at any point, like in a big way. Like I wonder if there are going to be episodes that take place completely outside of school even, you know? I could see that potentially happening at some point. But yeah, what were the tickets that that Chica pulled out?
Some little kids cartoon movie, I believe, was the second pair of tickets.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm good. Next episode, I'm maybe expecting to meet Hayasaki. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we hope to see you next time. Hypothetically confessed. Hypothetically confessed. Hypothetically confessed.
Hypothetically confessed.